Good morning. Okay, so first, may I know who wants to lead the prayer? Yes, Austria, you may lead the prayer. Okay. Amen. Okay. Good morning, class. I can hear you. Good morning, class. Okay. Okay, so it seems that you're happy today. Okay, so first I want to check your attendance first. Okay, let me check your attendance. Say present if you're here. Okay. Austria. Okay. Bagasina. Okay. So you are almost perfect today, and I'm so happy for that. Okay. So may I know who can still remember our lesson yesterday? May I know? Please raise your hand. Yes. Okay, very good. So we discuss and solve about fractions. Okay, again, what is fraction? Okay, very good. Okay, a fraction is a number expressed as a quotient in which a numerator is divided by a denominator. Okay, very good. So now, may I ask some of you? Okay, I just want to ask you a few questions. Okay, so how many of you have brothers and sisters? Okay, please raise your hand. Just raise your hand if you have your brother or sister in your home. Okay, you have your brothers and sisters. Okay, how many? Okay, 2 brothers and 1 little sister. Okay, so how about you? Oh, okay, so almost all of you have their brothers and sisters. Okay, only few have not. Okay, so very good. Since you have your brothers and sisters, may I know if you are share something with them? Anything? Did you share something with them? Since yes? Okay, very good. You shared. What did you share? A food. May I know what food is that? A biscuit to your little sister. Okay, very good. So, may I ask you also, what did you feel when you give something to your sister? When you give anything to somebody? When you share anything to your brothers and sisters? What did you feel? What? Yes, very good. Okay, as you have said, you feel so grateful and feel so what? Oh, you think that you're so nice being a brother. Okay, so very good. So now, what do you notice when you give something to or share something to your brothers and sisters? What? Oh, okay. So, yes, it is not the same as before. There is a missing part. Okay, so I think you know what is lesson we're going to discuss today. Okay, so very well said. Thank you for your sharing. Okay, so now I want to give you an activity, and I will group you into 4 teams. Okay, so you have to think on how to solve the problem I will going to give you. Okay, so since we already tackled the fraction, we already solved what is fraction, I will give you this problem. Okay, so after that we will just a representative of the 4 groups will going to present their work that is written on your cartolina that I will going to give you. Okay, so here is the problem I will going to give you. Okay, so as you can see here, I put here your problem that you are going to solve. So as I have said earlier, the 4 teams representatives will going to present your work, your group work here. Okay, so I'm going to give you the cartolina that you are going to write your answers. Okay, so I will just going to give you 10 minutes. Okay, is it enough for you to answer? Okay, very good. Okay, so 10 minutes is over and your work is already in here. And I'm just a little sad because the last group seems that didn't make it. But it's okay. I will explain it later for you to be able to do it. Okay, don't worry. So, as you explained already, how's your work and how will it happen? I can say that group 1 and group 2 got the correct answer. Okay, so let us give them a round of applause. Okay, so very good, the group 1 and group 2. But it doesn't mean that group 3 and group 4 did not very good because you did also your best. Because I can say that group 3 is closer to the correct answer. So it is good. And okay, so since group 1 and group 2 got the correct answer, I also want to give you an explanation why they are correct. So I think group 1 shows the accurate computation of what has been needed in this problem. Okay, since our problem is 1 and 1/2 minus 2/3. Okay, so it is we have first, like what group 1 did, 1 and 1/2. We need to make it convert it to a improper fraction. So 1 and 1/2. So here, as what group 1 said, they are the whole number. They just multiply it to the numerator of first fraction, which is the minuend. So 1 times 2 just plus the 1, which is the numerator of the minuend. Okay, so 1 times 2 plus 1, just copy the denominator, which is the 2. So 1 times 2, what is the answer? Okay, 1 times 2 equals 2. Just copy the plus 1. And copy again the denominator, which is 2. So now 2 plus 2 is what? 3. Okay, very good. 3. So write here the 3 and the denominator 2 as well. Okay, so from 1 and 1/2 to improper fraction, 1 and 1/2 equals 3/2. Okay? Understand? Okay, so now we just copy the 3/2 from 1 and 1/2. 3/2 minus the subtrahend, which is the 2/3. Okay, we are finished to the first improper fraction. Now we have to subtract the 3/2 to 2/3. Okay, so as group 1 said also, they just did the cross multiplication. Okay, so cross multiplication. 3 times 3 and 3 and 2 times 3. Ulit. Okay. So as group 1 have said, they just did a cross multiplication. Okay. So what they did is 3 times 3. You just put here. You just have to put here the 3 times 3 for you to solve easily. Okay. And now first you have to multiply the numerator to the denominator of the subtrahend. 3 times 3, and the denominator to the numerator, and the denominator of both fraction, so 2 times 3, and and it will be 3 times 3 what? 3 times 3. Okay, 9, very good. And 2 times 3 equals 6. Okay, very good. Now we since it's cross multiplication, we have to subtract also the other side, which is 2 times 2 right here, like what we did here. 2 times 2 and 3 times 2. Okay, so 2 times 2 is what? Okay, 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, now we can subtract it now because we make it simply here. From 1 and 1/2 minus 2/3, it becomes 9/6 minus 4/6. Okay, so now 9 minus 4. You have to subtract 4 to 9. 9 minus 4, okay, in your hands, in your fingers rather. How many? 9 minus 4. It's so easy. Okay, 5. 5, and just copy the denominator, which is 6. So 1 and 1/2 minus 2/3 equals 5/6. Understand? So since you have almost of you make it, I know that you understand this problem because it's also easy. So may I ask group 3 and 4 who did not get the correct answer, did you understand what I said? I can repeat it. Okay, so I want to repeat it one more time. Okay, so please listen. Okay, so you will able to answer the following activity later. Okay, so again, 1 and 1/2 minus 2/3. 1 and 1/2 is a mixed fraction. Yes, so a whole number 1 and the fraction 1/2. Okay, so to make it to improper fraction, we just have to multiply the 1 to denominator 2. 1 times 2, just plus the 1, the numerator, and copy the denominator 2 equals 1 times 2 is 2, just copy the plus 1 and then denominator 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, very good. And just copy also the 2, which is the denominator. Okay, so 3 halves, copy the 3 halves and the 2/3 here. So just cross multiplication. 3 times 3 equals 9. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 3 equals 6 equals 9 minus 4, what? Okay, 5 over 6. Okay, so again and again and again, 1 and 1/2 minus 2/3 equals 5/6. Understand? Okay, so I hope that you can participate and answer the following problems and activity later. Okay? Okay, so clap for yourselves because you did your best. Okay. Okay, so now, do you want me to give you another example? Because I really love to give an example to you. Okay. So now I will going to give you another example, but because since we did subtracting fraction without regrouping, now I will going to give you an example with regrouping, okay? Because I want all of you to know what is regrouping and regrouping, okay? Okay, so now here's the problem. Okay, so as you can see, the problem is 6 and 1/4 minus 4 and 3/4. Okay, so it is, they are both mixed fraction. Okay, so can you solve it? Who wants to solve it? Okay, no one. Yes, so it's okay because it's my first time to explain it to you, to teach you about it. Okay, because so now when we have the mixed fraction and adding, subtracting, we can just subtract each other. So we have to make an solution to to um, to solve them. Okay, so it's like a step by step. Okay, like what you are doing in your childhood, step by step. Maybe someday you are in a elementary, now you're in an elementary. You are going to high school, college, and so on. So it's like the fractions, solving fractions. Okay. Okay. So since the whole number is of the minuend is 6, for the subtrahend is 4. So we cannot just minus or subtract each other the way that we like, or easy that we like. Okay. So since we can subtract, can we subtract 3 from 1? Is 1 is enough to subtract 3 from 1? Okay, no, 1 is not enough because 3 is bigger than 1. Okay, so here is the, can happen the borrowing or the regrouping. Okay, so we should have to write also in this way. Okay, so 6 and 1/4 minus 4 and 3/4. Again, like what I said earlier, 1 is not enough for 3. Okay, so 3 is bigger than 1. So what we have to do now? Okay, so I also want to tell you that it is easier than other problems because they have the same denominator. So you don't have to find their common denominator. So we can tackle it along the way. So since 1 is not enough to subtract the number 3, borrowing or regrouping will happen in this time. Okay, so what we are going to do is borrow or minus 1 to the whole number of the minuend. Okay, so 6, which is the whole number of minuend, would be 5 because we have to borrow 1 or to minus 1 to the whole number, which is 6. Okay, so now we can now subtract. Okay, so we have to just rewrite. Okay, so now the earlier it is 6 and 1/4. Now it is 5. Right? Because we minus 1 from 6. We borrow 1 from 6. So that it is becomes 5. Now, what we are going to do is 1 and 1/4. We just need to add each other. The numerator and the denominator of the minuend, we just have to add them. Okay, so to find or to have a new numerator for the minuend. So 1 plus 4 equals what? 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay, very good. 5. And we have just to add write the denominator, which is what? What's the denominator of the minuend? 4. Okay, 4. Now, we subtrahend, which is the 4 and 3/4. We can now subtract it to our whole number and the fraction of our numerator. Okay, we just have to subtract it. Okay, so 4 and 3/4 equals 5 minus 4. What? 5 minus 4. Okay, 1. Very good. Now, the numerator of subtrahend and minuend, we have to subtract also 5 minus 3. What? 5 minus 3 is? No, it's subtraction. 5 minus is subtraction. So you have to subtract. 5 minus 3 is? How many left? 2. Very good. And just copy the denominator. What? Again, what is our denominator? 4. Okay, very good. Okay. So, in 1 and 2/4, there is also have a least common denominator. Okay, so the smaller number, we have to divide to our numerator and denominator. So, what will be the number that can divide to 2 and 4? Is it 3? 3 divide 2? No. Because 3 is bigger than 2. Or 5? 5 divide 4 divide 5? No. No also, okay? So, maybe 2. 2 divide 2 equals? 2 divide 2 would be 1. Okay. And 2 divide 4 is 2. Okay. So, that would be, the least common denominator would be 2. 2 divide 2 equals 1. 4 divide 2 equals 2. And copy the whole number. So, that is the answer. That is the correct answer. So, 6 and 1/4 minus 4 and 3/4 would be 1 and 1/2. Understand? Okay, thank you. Again, so I want to explain it again. 6 and 1/4 minus 4 and 3/4. Rewrite the problem in this way. 6 and 1/4 minus 4 and 3/4. So 1 minus 3 is not applicable. 3 is bigger than 1. So we have to, like what I said earlier, we have to borrow or minus 1 from the whole number of the minuend. So 6 will be 5. So now 5, copy the whole number 5, and we just have to add the 1, which is the numerator, and 4 in the denominator of minuend. So 5 and 5/4 minus 4 and 3/4. So 5 minus 3 is 2. And capital denominator, and 5 minus 4 equals 1. And we have to find the least common denominator, the smallest number that we have, that we can divide to the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so we found 2. So 2 divided 2 is 1, 4 divided 2 is 4. So, and copy the whole number, 1 and 1/2. 6 and 1/4 minus 4 and 3/4 equals 1 and 1/2. Okay, understand? Okay, very good. Okay, so I hope that you understand what I said earlier. There are many words and numbers that I've said earlier. So hope that you can recall it and remember whenever we are going to solve a problem. So a fraction that we have solved yesterday and earlier, fraction just represent a part of a whole, or more generally, any number of equal parts. So when spoken in everyday English, a fraction describes how many parts of a certain size they are. So a fraction, what I want you to learn is easy to learn and come up with a fraction, because there's a lot of learner like you that is have their difficulty when it comes to fraction, especially when there's more solution. We have to compute many numbers. So in my very easy example, for example, we have one whole watermelon, and we ate 1/2 for the lunch. So there is also 1/2 left that we can eat for our next meal, right? So that is fraction. Fraction is the size of a certain thing or food that is left or we have. Okay, so now what is a mixed number? We already solved, and I already gave the an example of mixed number. What is mixed number? Or mixed fraction, rather. Mixed fraction. So, mixed fraction represented when its quotient and remainder is a mixed fraction. For example, 2 and 1/3 is a mixed fraction, where 2 is the quotient, 1 is the remainder. So, a mixed fraction is a combination of a whole number in a proper fraction. So, that's what is I want you to know. That is, like what we have solved, it is an example of a mixed fraction, a combination of whole number and the proper fraction. So the whole number 6, for example, and the proper fraction 1/4, that is the mixed fraction. And another example also in a watermelon, when we have two whole piece or 2 whole piece of watermelon. And like what I've said earlier, when we ate the 1/2 part of 1 whole in the 2, so there is 1 and 1/2 left that we can eat in the next meal. So in fraction, there is 1/2. Now we have the 1 and 1/2 because we have the 2 whole. In the fraction, when we have the 1 whole, and the 1/2 is gone, there is 1/2. In the 2 whole, when 1/2 is gone, there is still 1 and 1/2 part of the pineapple. So that's what I am saying to you. A mixed fraction, combination of 1 and mixed fraction is combination of whole number and the proper fraction. So it is just saying that mixed fraction is not only one. It's always have many pieces of anything, or on any certain thing, or like what I said earlier, for example, food. So in a mixed fraction, there for example, in the watermelon, it could not be one watermelon only in a mixed fraction. So maybe 2, 3, and so on, but not one, because a mixed fraction, whole number, and a proper fraction. Did you understand? Okay, so very good. I hope that you really understand. Okay, so in our discussion and problems that we solved earlier, how do you subtract fraction and mix fraction with and without regrouping? What? How? Okay, please raise your hand. Okay, it is just a proof if you really understand what I'm saying here, what I'm talking here, what I'm teaching here. Yes? Okay, very good. Okay, so since you're always very good, maybe you can get a prize later, okay? Okay, so as you have said, to subtract fractions and mix fraction without regrouping, you need to align and compare the fraction in the fraction similar in the LCD and change them into similar fraction. So your work earlier, you can use it as your reference, okay? You can use it to your reviewer, because as you can see, step by step, you can come up with a right and or correct computation to solve the problem. Okay, so I think it's not the hardest problems that that you need to answer. So step by step, we can go to the hardest part, but I think you can come up with that because you are a great and smart student. Okay? Okay. So now since you already know and almost master fraction and mixed fraction, because aside from I gave the examples, I know that you can comprehend with that easily. Okay, so now I want to know on what is your perspectives about the fractions that we are doing and solving in our daily lives. So what do you think is the significance of solving fractions or mixed fractions in our daily lives? What do you think? Okay. What? Can you repeat? Okay, so like we have said earlier before our starting the class. Yes, okay, very good. So solving fractions is very important, like what you have said, in giving and sharing to others. So it's very sharing is caring, and that is a very good thing. Okay. Yes. Do you want to add something? Oh yes, okay. So okay, you want to estimate and yes, to know Yes, to know the part and how many will left. Okay, if it's enough for you. Okay, maybe you don't want to give it all. Am I right? Okay, so it's a good thing that uh you are learning on what we are um on what we have discussed. Okay, so also the fraction is everywhere. Yes, whenever or wherever people they are, so there is always a fraction. We are always because sharing is everywhere. Okay, so making a slice of pizza when you are in a picnic, there's a fraction. So fraction is everywhere. So knowing fraction is very important. Okay, so very good. Now, I want to give you an um, problem to solve. Okay, but now whole class is one group only. Okay, so I want to see a brainstorming. I want everybody to participate. Okay, only one student or representative will going to put your work here in front of our classroom. Okay, okay, so here is your activity. Okay, so class, please listen because like what I've said earlier, I want everybody to participate. Okay, so because I think you can have fun with this activity. Okay, so I will explain and read the activity. So there was 9 and 6/8 melon. So like what I'm give an example to you earlier, the watermelon. Now it's just a melon. Okay, so there was a 9 and 6/8 melon left for dinner. Okay, so at dinner time the family ate the 3 and 2/8 of the melon. Okay, so now what part of the melon was left for the next meal? Okay, so that is the problem you have to solve. Okay, for that activity I want to just give you 5 minutes because it's so easy for you. Okay, it's enjoying and I think it's not that hard for you because you already know what is fraction, mixed fraction, and how to solve it. Okay, okay, so your time begins. Okay, okay, so are you done, class? Okay, so please present here your work. Okay, so please pray for your correct answer because you have an award kapa if you are correct. Okay, okay, so it's enough for you, I guess. So please be motivated. Okay, so please present your work. Okay. Okay, so as I can see in your group activity, it was very good performance for me because I see every one of you made their participation, give their effort, okay, and that is what I am looking for. Okay, so thank you for that. And again, so your problem 9 and 6/8 minus 3 and 2/8 of melon. So it's obviously very easy mixed fractions that I gave to you because I'm just looking for your participations and for you to evaluate if you really understand what I thought because it's so easy. So Since I think you answered it correct, so it's very good thing. Okay, so 9 minus 3, the whole number of each other equals 6. And the numerator of the minuend minus the numerator of subtrahend equals 4. And copy the denominator. Okay, so the very good thing for you is you find and you look forward for your GCF. I see that earlier. So you're looking for GCF when I was monitoring your work, and you find 4. Am I right? So 4 divided 4 equals 1, and 8 divided 4 equals 2. So your answer is 6, and 1/2 of melon left in your next meal. So very good. It's a very good thing, and I'm so very proud of you because you are you come up with our lesson. Okay, so now I am going to give you an so we know that earlier I give you a multiple I give you a multiple group group activity that you have solved. Okay, but now I am going to give you an activity individually. Okay, so now I want to give you an activity. Please answer this activity. Please answer this activity. Copy in your notebook. I know that you can answer it individually because you already master on how to solve fraction and mixed fraction. Okay, so please copy it in your notebook and please pass it to my table. And I will going to give you just 10 minutes. Okay, just 10 minutes of solving. No cheating, no copying to your seatmates. Okay, so your 10 minutes start. Now it's just a 1 to 5 problem. So I know that you can answer it in just 10 minutes. Okay, your 10 minutes starts now. Okay. Okay, so since you are done with your individual work, I just want to say that when I was checking your works, I'm so happy and overwhelmed because only few of you did just some mistake, but I can say that almost all of you did have and got the perfect score, and I think it's a very good day because I'm so happy for that result of our discussion. Right? So, now I want you to copy the assignment before our class ends. So, please copy in your notebook, and if you're done with your assignment, please make your things in your, please put your things on your bag. Okay? Understand? Okay. Okay, thank you. Please copy your assignment in your notebook. Okay, are you done copying your assignment? Okay, so who wants to lead the closing prayer? Please raise your hand. Okay, you again. Okay? Amen. Goodbye, class. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. No problem. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye.